Hi, welcome back. So next topic in SAP we are going to learn is to understand the SAP system landscape and the logon environment. So let's first see the SAP system landscape. A system landscape is like an arrangement of different server, okay, like development, quality, and production. So we can call it a logical group of servers, okay, or layout arranging different server in a proper route. So typical landscape in any company we have like first is a development system, then a quality system, and then a production system. So what is development? So whenever a new SAP is installed, so initially all the development, okay, not for only new any development we do in a development client, like the functional configuration done by the functional consultant, all the ABAP development, okay, and the unit testing. So complete development activity we have to do in the development client, or you can call as a development server. Fine. And in the development server, we do a unit testing. This means that we do the testing with some limited data. In development, we don't have the actual bulk data. Okay, because this is development client. This is purely used for development activity with a small data just to do if you have developed any report. So we have to check, right, whether that report is like performing okay or not as per the requirement. So for the unit testing, we have some small amount of data in the development system. So this is used for all the development activity. And once our development is done, then to the transport request, there is a concept called transport object. To that transport request, the developments are moved to the quality department, the quality server. So in the quality system, the testing team does the actual testing. In the quality system, we have bulk data. There is a huge amount of data in the quality system. Generally, this is a replication of the production system, and the new object which we develop that we transfer to the quality for a testing purpose. The testing team does all the testing, negative, positive testing, testing with the bulk data. Okay, everything is done cross model testing. Suppose we are developing one particular object in one area, so we should know whether that development is affecting any other area or not. So that complete testing is done in the quality system. Some company have dedicated testing team, okay, who work in that system. So like this, like we have different system. Okay, so when all the testing is done, the testing team is satisfied with the result. They make the test cases. Okay, they keep the proof of that test cases. And once everything is done, all we find okay, then from the quality, that object are moved to the production system. The production system where actually the real-time data is. All the day-to-day work of the company is done in the production client. In case if any errors are there in the quality, so again they give their feedback to the development team. They do the required modification. The same process is done in the same way from development to quality, quality to production. Okay, so this is a typical landscape of any company. The next, like how to access those system. As I explained, those are different servers, development, quality, production. So how we can access those servers? So to access the servers from our local machine, local laptop, first we need to install the SAP GUI on our local machine. Mostly it is done by basis team, or if you're working on the company laptop, the by default you will get that. Okay, if you're working in your personal laptop, then from your service provider or from any basis consultant, you can take that file SAP GUI. That is called as a graphical user interface. Okay, so that GUI we need to install in our local machine. After that, we can see this type of icon, on our laptop. Okay, so once we double click on this SAP logon pad, after the first time installation. So initially we can see a blank screen like this. First I'm explaining the screenshot, then I will actually log into SAP system. I'll show all this. So once you double click on this SAP logon, you can see a blank screen initially. Okay, then based on the development system, quality system, and production system, we have to get all this detail, the description, application server, generally or IP address actually, instance number, system ID, SAP router string. Okay, so for different server, the different system connection parameters will be there that you have to check with the company or the service provider. Okay, so by one, first we have to add development, quality, production. Like this, we have to add the connection in our system. After that, again, if you double click, so we can see those system here. So we can, based on our requirement, we can log into the required system. Just double click here, then we'll get a pop-up screen like this. This is called as a SAP login screen. Fine. So here on the initial screen, the first is a client. A client you can call as the highest hierarchical organization unit in a SAP system. Okay, so all the master data we create at the client level. Once we are like working on the ABAP tables, at that time we'll know what is this client field. Sometimes this is used to identify the system, like 800 for the development, use like some other 700 for the quality, 500 for the production. So in different server, we can have a different client ID. And the master data, most of the time is created at the client level. Sometimes in the same server, we have two clients. So we can consider that as a partition. Okay, in the same server, one client is 800, second is 500. So we can use to create a separate master data in each client. Okay, so this is by default will be there. So no need to worry what is this client and all. Just for knowledge purpose, we should know one time what is the client. Okay, so whenever you log in, the first is the client, which is the highest hierarchical organization unit, and then you have to enter the user ID and password. By default, the logon language will be EN, that is English. It is also possible to log in with some other language like German, D. Okay, so those are the parameters of the logon screen. So till now, all I explained on the PPT. Now what I will do, I will log into actual SAP system and I will show all these details. Okay. So here you can see on my laptop, this is SAP logon. If I double click here, SAP GUI for Windows, graphical user interface. So here we can see different servers are there. So when you're working on the first time, this will be completely blank. So what we have to do, we have to click on this create icon, click on next, and enter all the server details, login credential here. Okay, and then finish. Once you finish that, we'll get a new record like this. This is one server which I'm using for the demo. Now to log into this system, you have to double click here. So this is the login screen which I explained. Okay, as I explained, the client 800. Okay, sometime like for the functional configuration, we use different client. See, in every SAP system, like different consultant work, right? Like functional consultant, ABAP consultant, basis consultant. Some company, what they do, they use a different client for the functional configuration. And for the ABAP development, they use the other client. So they will mention like which client to be used. Like if they say like use the 100 client for the functional configuration. So after login, we just need to enter here 100. If they mention like use 800 for the development, so enter here 800. Okay, so this is the client, and here we have to enter the user ID. For every consultant, we require user ID password. Okay, then here we have to enter the password and press enter. If you want to change the password, after entering the password, don't press the enter, click on new password. Then system will give a pop-up to change that. So as of now, I'm not changing my password. I will just press enter. Okay. So this is the default login screen. Once you log into SAP system, we can see this SAP Easy Access. And this, what we're seeing on the screen, is called as a theme. We can change the theme here. Okay, for this GUI on the right hand side, it is there. We can click on these options, first option. So here you can see the first, under the visual design, there is a theme setting. Currently it is classic theme. If you want to change that, select the required. Let's say I'm selecting here the signature theme. Okay, if I select this signature theme, if I open a new session, now currently I'm this session, right? I want to open a new session. You can see the difference here. See, this is different and this is different, right? So those are the different themes in SAP. Now we can see that option is appearing here. Like this, based on your requirement, we can change the theme setting. There are font setting. Okay, so let me again go back to classic theme. Keyboard settings. So different settings are there here for the GUI level that we can use. So by default, once we log in, so we can see these SAP Easy screens. And here you can see the different folders are there. So what are those folders? For example, if you're as a working in the ABAP, so we want to access the ABAP related T code. What is T code? A T code is a short code to execute some functionality. So I will expand this. Now I want to go to ABAP workbench. I will expand this folder, overview. Okay, I will go to development. So for table creation, we know the SC11 is a T code. So once you double click here, so you can see the T code which is used for the ABAP data dictionary. This is one option. Similarly, you can go for the logistics, material management, purchasing, purchase order, okay, create purchase order. So like this, we can navigate to access the required application. Through this, we can create a purchase order. Fine. So one option we can go like this. Second option here, this is called as a command field. So if you know the T code, directly enter T code here, SE11. The same you can access through this also by entering that in the command field. Okay, and now we are already in this session, and I want one more session for some other activities. What we can do, just click here the new GUI. Okay, so system will create a new session. So our old session is as it is here. You can see 2 new sessions here. Like this, up to 6 window we can open. Fine. And one more option from same screen. Now if I want to open any other T code, so what we can do, we can enter /n me21n. So me21n is a new T code for purchase order. So what this will do, this will open the new window. See, my old window is okay, it is not open the new window. So like this we can do the navigation. Fine. And here you can see some option like SAP menu, user menu. One more option is there, SAP business workplace. Sometime if internal workflow are configured or internal emails are configured, that internal SAP emails, inbound, outbound, all we can see here in this SAP business workplace. Fine. This is a small introduction. Like once we log in, we should know the basic thing, like how to access this. So important is command field and how to access the different folder. One more thing, okay, and this is the log off button. Okay, anytime if you want to log off, just close on this, click on this button. Here we have menu bar. Yeah, one more important thing. So suppose if you're not able to see this T code here, this is T code is description. So what we have to do, go to extras, and here you can see settings. Okay, see here the checkbox is selected, display technical name. If you uncheck this checkbox, and again if I expand this, see, now we are not able to see that T code, transaction code. Okay, so again to bring that, go to extras, settings, display technical settings. Fine. So again we will able to see the transaction code to access that. Fine. So before closing, one more important part. For example, once you log in the system, you want to check whether which system is this, what is the version of the system, whether it is ECC, HANA, which database is there. For that, go to System, Status, and here SAP System Data, click on this icon. Before that, see, here you can see the SAP HANA DB. This is the database, okay, database system, HDB. So which database it is using? The HANA DB. This is the database. Now to check the SAP system here, click on this icon. Here you can see one option as an installed product version. If you're working in the HANA system, then only we can see this tab, installed product version. If you're working in ECC system, we will not able to see this. Okay, this is the basis release 7.7, and for the HANA version here you can see it is SAP on-premise 2022. Fine. So like this we can check whether this is a HANA system, which version, 2022, 2020, 7909, etc. All we can check from here. And as we know, the HANA system works only on the HANA DB, so no need to check the database. But if you're working on the ECC system, so by going that way, you can cross-check which database is there. Fine. So this was a small introduction about the SAP system landscape, the logon environment, and the navigation. Now from here onwards, based on the functionality which you want to perform, if you want to create a program, you can go to AC38, commonly used by ABAP programmer to create a program. And one more common T code used by the functional consultant. It is called as the SPRO. This is used for the functional consultant to do the functional configuration. Okay, so those are some common T code and some small like navigation steps I explained, which we can use from here onwards. So in this way, we're done with this session. Thank you.